We're gonna start day one with a single arm cabled chest press. So the cable is above your shoulder, doesn't have to be very high above your shoulder. If you only have one that has two adjustments, then you're putting it up at the top. You're gonna take the leg and the same arm that you're working with, the leg is gonna be back to support you, okay? You're going to make sure that the weight is not too heavy so that you're not using a lot of oblique, but you're gonna feel your oblique for stabilizing. Your feet are hip width apart, so they're not like this. They're gonna be nice and far apart so you have lots of stability in through your hips so that you're not twisting. You're using the chest, the anterior delt, and a little bit of our core. Straight leg back behind you, eyes and hips are squared away, contracting through the abdominals and the glutes at the same time, right? It's that intrinsic pelvic floor, right? Not just squeeze the butt cheeks and suck the belly button in. It's a very intrinsic pelvic floor and glute tightening. Okay, you're gonna breathe out, press for 1. We're going for 12, 2, 3. Nice slow controlled movements. Keep that elbow tucked in. Don't let it flare out. Shoulder blade back and down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switching sides. I'm gonna go directly into the other side without a break. And we're gonna go 1, 2, core is in, chin is back. 4, 5, 6, nice and slow controlled movements on the way back. 7, breathe it out. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. On the next set, I'll show you how to do this with a TheraBand if you want. We're gonna do a Tabata set of bicep curls. So we're gonna do 12 repetitions, quick little breather, another 12 repetitions. If you can't get to 12 after the second, third, whatever set, that's fine. We're just doing to fatigue. I hate the word failure, but fatigue, keeping the shoulder blades back and down. Abdominals are in, screw the feet into the floor. Nice strong stance, but knees are soft. Contract up to the bicep, not all the way, the elbows stay by your side. Slow on the way down. And 6, breathing it out. If you can't get to 12 on the first set, drop the weight if you have the option. Make it easier if you're using a TheraBand. 2 more. 1 more. That's pretty much fatigue for me. Quick little 10-second, 15-second breather tops. Then we're going back in to try and do another 12. We might not get there. So we're gonna go in for 1. This is when you wanna maybe put your music on and just listen to me in the background. If you already have the technique for most of these, we've been working out together for several weeks now. 6, starting to fatigue, starting to feel a little bit of forearms. 8, 9, breathing it out of the way up, and 10. I'm gonna stop at 10. Whew. I'm gonna do 2 more sets of these, just doing max repetition, okay? Low rest in between, okay? Getting the burn quickly, make sure stabilizing muscles are working, but not overworking, right? We want the bicep to be the prominent muscle that you're feeling. Keep breathing, keep the chin tucked, shoulders down, elbows glued to your side. It'll help from your upper traps wanting to kick in, right? Breathing it out, abs are nice and tight. 3, 2, and 1. And last little 10 to 15 second breather. And then we're really gonna feel the burn in the bicep and the chest when we go and do our next set of single arm chest presses. I'm gonna use the TheraBand, but you can continue to use the cable, obviously. 1, 2, feeling the burn. 3, my goal is 8, let's see. 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm gonna push out 1 more, come on. and 9. Whew. Setting those down away, out of the way so that you're not going to trip on them. I told you I was going to grab the TheraBand, so I'm going to grab this TheraBand from behind me. I'm not going to do anything fancy with the TheraBand. The arm that I'm not using is going to stay right by my side. The TheraBand is going to go up a little bit. Don't worry if it slides, that's fine. Keep the arm by your side on that other one so it looks like this, okay? Elbows back, hinge forward. That back leg is in line with your upper body. Hips are squared away, right? We're going to be here. Step forward to challenge yourself, right? To make that band heavier. Grab a heavier band if you have options. If it's not heavy enough, right? Aiming for 12. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Chin is tucked. Elbow stays tucked away so the band of the cable is over top of the elbow. 3, breathing it out. Flex through those glutes and abs. 2, one more. And switching sides right away. Elbow stays by your side. Hinge forward. Walk away to create that resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Breathe it out. 10, 11, and 12. We're still going to do another set of those. So sometimes if the single arm isn't enough resistance, having the band doubled up like this is perfect. It would create, double the resistance. Then you don't have to move halfway across the room to increase that resistance or that load on the chest. Okay, so I'm going to grab the weights again for one more set of bicep curls. I'm only going to do one set here. They're going to be really slow, really controlled, and focused on all those stabilizing muscles. My biceps are still burning from the last 4 sets, so it's not going to take much. Light grip. Okay, elbows by your side. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, breathing it out, 8, and 9, and 10, 11, I'm gonna make it to 12, no problem, just a real good burn, and nice slow control movements on the way down. Really feeling that nice stretch in the biceps. I'm gonna give myself a little breather here. We can go into a stretch. You're gonna extend the wrists, open up the fingers as wide as you can. Keep the arms below the shoulders, right? So we're not impinging anything. Tuck the chin and just keep tucking the chin. This is a really good stretch for all the nerves in the hands. Just holding them out to the side. Don't pinch your shoulder blades back. Stand nice and neutral and strong. Tuck the chin. Tuck the chin. Anywhere from 5 to 10 reps of those is a nice stretch. Hug your shoulders and pull your shoulders gently apart. Don't pull yourself forward. If that feels good, you can. But we're going to try and stand up nice and tall and lean back a little bit. And really inhale into the hands. Hug yourself. Exhale. Let those shoulders fall back and down. And just try and get a nice stretch in through the rib cage and the back of the shoulders and the scapulas, because they're doing a lot of stabilizing, so it's nice to give them a break. I'm going to go back to the cable for my last set of 12 here. Bringing it forward, cable over the shoulder and elbow, hinging forward, hips are squared away, wide stance, breathing it out and going for it. Keeping that chin tucked. Come on, we got this. Anywhere from 10 to 12 repetitions. Holding the core, breathing it out. Resist that body from wanting to snap back or leaning into it like you're going down a ski hill. Lean that body into it, contract those abdominals, and done. Switching sides. Careful when you switch sides, that cable stays in control. Breathing it out, 1. Abs in tight, 2. Flex through the glutes, 3, 4, nice slow control back, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Whew. Take a little breather, shake it out. Moving on to our next set. We're gonna grab the TheraBand. We're gonna do 1 set with the TheraBand, 1 set with the cables, but we're already here. So we're gonna do a torso twist, okay? So you're gonna have to stand far enough away that the band is tight when you're here, elbows tucked in, okay? But I'm just showing you this because this is where we wanna go. Okay, so the start position is here, a little bit wider than hip to shoulder width apart. Okay, the twist happens from here. So I'm going to start at neutral. I'm going to twist, kind of pushing my abdominals and hips into the band. Okay, when I'm here, and then I'm going to front raise. So I'm working in through my pec minor and sternal clavicular area of my pec major. Right, so I'm going to twist, feel the glute. 2. If it's not heavy enough, I'm gonna move to the side away from the origin of the band. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, really squeeze and lift that shoulder once you get to that end phase. Hold it out there if you want a little bit more of that contraction. Feel it burning right from the inner part of the calf to the glute, up through the core and in to the shoulder and pec. Pretty fully loaded. Okay, I'll leave you to do the other side. Band, move to the side, elbows tucked in, twist and reach. So don't reach until you've twist it all the way and then reach. So it's almost 2 movements. It's twist, reach, twist, reach. That's 3. Twist, reach. That's 4. You're pivoting on that inside toe. Flex through the glutes. Pull the belly button in. Push the abdomen into the bar or the band that's coming across your body. 6. 6 more. Squeeze. 5. 4, push through it. 3, hold it for a second. Good, really feel that burn. Slow resistance on the way back. Don't let it slingshot you because that's what it wants to do. And done. Moving on. Because it's alternating sides, it's okay for us to go straight into the next, to the cable one over here. I'm gonna lighten my load quite a bit on my cable. From my pec, elbows tucked in, small resistance here, twist and reach. Bring it back in all in one motion. So it's twist, reach, bring it back in. Twist, reach, bring it back in. I'm only doing 2 sets of most of these things today. If you want to add more weight or add a second or a third set, 4th set, it's up to you. It's your workout. Good. Push. Just stop the video. Do another set. Crank up the tunes. 4 more. Twist. Reach. Really feel that pec right there across the chest into the shoulder. That's where your pec minor comes up into the shoulder. Make it nice and strong so you're not just using your little shoulder muscles for everything. You're teaching your body to use your core, adapt into using your inner thigh, glute, calf, and done. Switching sides, elbows tucked in, resistance starts, twist and lift. That's 1. Twist and lift. That's 2. Reach that hand, palm to the sky on an angle. Keep the shoulders back and down, twist and pivot off that toe. 3, twist, 4, 5, 6, breathe it out, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and done. I'm just gonna do the 2 sets. You can do 2 or 1 more set, it's up to you. Taking a few minute breather, moving on to the next exercise. I'm gonna do a seated concentrated bicep curl. I like my handy dandy fold out chair. And I'm gonna increase the resistance on this one just a little bit because we are going to make sure I'm getting to my 12, for sure 10 repetitions each time. So I'm going with a 12 and a half. I might increase that, I don't know. When I sit on my fold out chair, I'm gonna sit on an angle like this. It just gives me a little bit more range with my legs to bring my thighs out, okay? Almost in a horse fighting stance or a plie stance. Elbow's gonna be on the inside of my thigh, okay? Almost along the seam of the pants. Open up the opposite chest. Make sure your bum is covered, you're not falling off, okay? So we're gonna drop all the way down, a nice little stretch. Keep your wrists curled up, okay? And then breathe it out on the way up. And 2, stop where you feel that little knot in the bicep. And 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, breathing it out, and 10, and 11, 1 more, and 12. So I feel like I could have done a few more than 12, but I'm gonna hold off because we're gonna do all 3 sets together on this one. So let's hold it here. I like to have my hand on my waist here, just to help pull my shoulder back. It's on a nice perpendicular angle to the floor. Feet are grounded, elbows in, wrist stays flexed, breathing it out for 2. Stop when I feel that little contraction at the top of the bicep. Breathe it out, 3. Every time I breathe out, my core is gonna come in. My transverse abdominis is working. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, that side. I'm gonna increase my weight and do less repetitions. So I'm gonna still aim for 12 on this side, but if I do less, that's okay too, because I'm gonna think about my core, making sure I'm not feeling my upper traps, my forearm too much, or my lower back. When you're ready, you've had a break, we're gonna go into our second set. Hand is on the waist comfortably. 3, 4, feet are grounded. Breathing it out, abs are nice and tight. 6, 7, 8, 9, almost only got 10. I started to feel my shoulder a little bit, and that's what I don't want, so I wanted to stop when it was enough, okay? So it's amazing how that second set kicks in and you're like, oh yeah, you're actually fatigued. That's what we're looking for. We're looking to fatigue those muscles, right? 3, breathing it out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whew, and 10. Good. Right up to par. Give yourself a good little 30-second breather, grab a drink break, whatever you need to do. Grabbing a prop for the next exercise. And the last exercise of this set. So here we go, bicep curl one more time, aiming for 10. Hand is on the waist comfortably. This kind of feels awkward, so I put my hand right the other way, thumb facing forward. 3, breathe. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Burn, baby, burn. 10 on the other side. Here we go. Take a breather if you need, right? If you're feeling fatigued in the respiratory system and you need to take a break, that's absolutely fine. Lactic acid kicks in not only in the muscle that you're working, but overall everywhere else too. So you might need to give yourself that, 30-second break for that oxygen system to catch up. The CPT system, glycolytic, uses oxygen, needs oxygen to contract muscles. I'm just struggling because I'm talking too much. I'm gonna try and aim for 4 more. Oh, maybe not. And done. That was it. I know my limit. I don't know how many reps I did that one. But I'm not here to count for you. I'm here to show you technique and to motivate you. So first one, the plank. The plank on the chair, kind of cool. You can use a bench, anything that is about higher than your wrist. So here's what it looks like. Okay, I got my elbow here. You're gonna get nice and close. Your chest is over top, okay? And you're going to lift up and tap your shoulder. So what's happening when I lift up and tap my shoulder is that this shoulder is protracting and retracting. So I'm working all of these chest and shoulder stabilizers, my shoulder complex, to help me lift my body up and tap my shoulder, okay? You're gonna do 6 to 8 on each side. And then we're gonna take a break and I'm gonna show you how to do it with a yoga block as well, which is a little bit harder. So this is the easiest version. Okay, so we're gonna get into that plank, chest over top, nice wide stance, light toes. 1, breathe it out. When you tap up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You're feeling it all through those obliques, into that shoulder, into the chest. Switching sides. I'll do it here so you still get the angle that I want you guys all to see. Keeping the chest over top. Nice wide stance, light toes, and reach. 1, and 2, and 3. Weaker side, I can tell. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You could have also stopped at 5, 6, or 7. You didn't have to go to that 8. Give yourself a little breather, 30 seconds or so. I'm gonna get the chair out of the way, and we're gonna do the same thing with a yoga block, okay? So I'm gonna kind of go on an angle here so you can see what's happening with my shoulder blade. My arm is on the yoga block, okay? And my other arm, I'm gonna go this way, and my other arm is gonna just reach out. If reaching out is too hard, you can just lift up, okay? So it can look like one. A, like this, tap again, or lift up, that's 1. Or it can reach out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other side, okay? So lots of different ways to challenge that scapular protraction, retraction, and stability. This is one of my faves. You're gonna be here, wide stance again. Know your 1 or 2 or 3, 4, breathe it out, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, take a little stretch here. Child's pose is my favorite. Really reaching and opening up the fingers and widening through the shoulders. Exhale, let your head relax down if you're not wearing a hat. And really stretch out that thoracic spine. Being at like the bra strap. So you're here, open it up and down. Inhale in, exhale, relax. Okay, take the time, stretch it out, roll it out, do whatever fascial trigger point releases that you need to do to carry on with your day. See you day 2.